Ndị be anyị kelekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nke chiri ya zelu. Anyị sị ka ọ mara n'ala Igbo na mma. Anyị adị ka Chineke ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru ya, otu akwa ya dịrị. Ise, ise, ise. Anyị dịka o si dị ụbọchị uhuruchi nketa anyị wetara nnukwu ozi. Biko geenụ ntị. Ife a bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi. Quote, US, Russia, European ministers warns we have international support to declare Biafra recognition. All right, this is according to the Biafran activist. Wetara ya bụ ozi. Ọ ya masị anyị n'ụtọ ntị na nakunu fụ gee ntị n'ihe o ji maka ya wee bịa n'iru akwụkwọ. Dịka unu ihe ga-esi ya, unu echetakwana ga-adọrọpụrụ anyị ifu nchere. N'ụdị nkunu gbasata maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile o kwugasị n'iru akwụkwọ dị iche iche. All right, over to you, sir.
Accept that what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards. So, if we want to change the world, we need to fight. If we want to change the world, we need to unite, we need to mobilize, we need to fight for a better future for all, and that means to fight those that want to keep things as they are because they serve their interests, but in a way that would put into jeopardy the perspective of the future of our planet and of the well-being of the people.
I feel so empowered by what you've just said about collaboration, coming together, fighting for the things that we believe in, and I think that's a beautiful message that you've left us with, and I really appreciate that.
That's what we have today is inevitable. Do not accept that you cannot transform anything. Look at the impact that youth movements have had in the world with fundamental changes that took place afterwards.
Sponsoring terrorists in Nigeria. Is he in America? Is he one of the brigade group or Elon Musk group? How can he be sponsoring terrorists? Although I'm not surprised, Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night, our viewers. It's quite wild.
Yes,
Evangelist of Biafra is back.
Yes, somebody was saying, where is, you've not given us entertainment, you have not said anything all this while. I just replied him, he is conducting a research somewhere and he will soon be back. Thank you for coming.
Yes, I remember humble so that Biafran evangelist, and I am back and sound. Now listen and listen go. Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, listen to me. You carry drug doesn't mean that another person they carry drugs. You call us in Nigeria, you call the IPOB, you organize 3 lawyers inside one room and give them a topic just to tag IPOB terrorists. Doesn't mean that we are terrorists. If we are terrorists, the so-called colonial masters called the British will not give us an asylum. If truly we are terrorists, terrible. The Americans say that they are going to release the people sponsoring the terrorism in Nigeria, and which I know that they have briefed you in order to tarnish the image of Simon Ekpa. That was why you included him, because you intend to bribe him just the same way you bribed Wazirike. Nigeria bribed Wazirike during Obasanjo tenure. Because you tend to carry the money, the resources of the Biafran to give a Biafran man. And the Biafran man, in person of Simon Ekpa, understand it very well that you cannot give me my thing. You cannot use my thing to bribe me against my people, because the oil and the money belongs to him. It is our right. It's from our mother's land. It's our things, because he rejected it. And you decided to tag him a terrorist, to include his name. Even when America have not included his name. If Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, has Simon Ekpa ever come to not to kill anybody? Can you prove any, do you have any video or any clip or any concrete evidence Because when you yourself, as a drug master in America, there was an evidence, even up to today, that will prove it to you. And that was why your aide, the former aide to Buhari, said to you, keep silent. Oh, because the man that is there is Mr. No Nonsense. If you talk anyhow, then go open your chapter, your case file. And which you yourself is silent in a bit. Now you are including Simon Ekpa. If Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, has he come to not to kill anybody? Has he come to your father's house and take anybody's life or kill a goat? So why are you calling him a terrorist? In which way has he terrorized you? Because he's standing to truth. Okay, yes, in a way, you can call him a terrorist because he's exposing you people. He's exposing Nigerian evil towards the atrocity against the indigenous people of Biafra. You know, if you're standing up to call him a terrorist, I don't think I should be surprised in this angle. Because he has refused to dance the music that you people played for him. Because he has decided to defend his integrity as a man, as an Igbo man. He has stand to defend the principle that you cannot keep even as a president. The principle and the discipline that you don't have inside of you as a president, that is what Simon Ekpa has proven to the world. Not just to the world, but to his people. And that was why we put our trust in him and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And that was why you betrayed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu by sending your son to go and meet his brother. To dialogue that you are going to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu after you are sent to the throne.
That's Sheyi Tinubu.
That is Sheyi Tinubu. At the end of the day, you are using Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to play politics as if you are up to his standard. Yes, as if you, Tinubu, as if you are up to his standard. Yes, you are not up to his standard in educational wise. Constitutionally, is a man did the Tinubu know the law? Did he know the law? A man that comes to the court and begin to teach both the judges the law of Nigeria, including Mr. President. Yes, that is a man that is well educated, well learned. Baba, go school, go wise up. Stop playing the politics of darkness, this mumu, so that you can come outside before the panel of the ICC where you meet the intellectual men that are well learned, men that are well educated. So that English are able, so that the law will take its way, will challenge each other. That is it. That is, in fact, listen and listen good. I love a man that knows what he's doing. Because Simon Ekpa has refused to become the richest more than Dangote based on the offer in order to betray. And today you are calling him a terrorist. So the terrorist sponsors knows themselves. And let me tell you, funny enough, don't be surprised that Mr. President is participating in this terrorism matter in Nigeria. I'm not surprised if that should happen. If such a thing comes out or comes up, I am not surprised. Why did I say this? The same man, I know how hard he fought Jonathan. I know how hard he went as far as blackmailing Jonathan to make sure he nailed him to the wall. The same man, I'm not surprised. If you say he's a terrorist, they include his name, I mean Mr. President of Nigeria, I will not be surprised because, you know, when Atiku was like talking the case of drug, I was like, this is just a mere talk. But I got to follow it up to a certain stage, and it was seriously confirmed. But they play a game of hanky-panky with the former president of America, because I know, had it been that case happened to be in the case of the present American president, it wouldn't have been funny. And that same thing happened in the days of Abakari, a whole Nigerian police, you know, playing that kind of dirty thing. And the man is working freely. Look at the way. Even when America demanded for him, asked Nigeria to release him. You understand? Nigeria playing hanky-panky to sideline that matter. You understand? But thank God it was in Joe Biden. But this time around, it's Donald J. Trump.
do you see? We will learn also that the Finnish government has rejected the latest move by the federal government to bribe or plan Simon Ekpa's extradition because of pressure that is coming from America. Do you think Simon Ekpa is fighting from wherever he is now?
Simon Ekpa's spirit is fighting for justice. Simon Ekpa's motherland is fighting for justice. The blood of the Biafrans that they have killed is fighting for justice. And the universe is fighting for justice. Not even Simon Ekpa now. People, God has set people to fight for justice on behalf of Simon Ekpa. No matter the game Nigeria played, I've told you people time without number that Nigeria will continue to fail. In the case of Simon Ekpa and Mazi, they will continue to fail. Mark my word, I've never uttered a word like this and that thing doesn't happen. Checkmate it from the onset. I say Nigeria is not going to come out anything positive in the case of Simon Ekpa. Up to date, have they arrived on anything? They have not come out bravery. Rather, Simon Ekpa kept on winning, defeating Nigeria. Bringing him, see, was it not last month that because of this issue of Simon Ekpa and Biafra, look at the way they turned a whole chief of defense and the other 17 generals turned them down. 70 of them. 70, you understand? Look at the way they turned them down. Are you getting it? It shows that Nigeria is zero before the war. It doesn't matter what they come here and display and deceive those that they can deceive. They cannot fool people like us.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres recently made a statement that those who are fighting, people should fight for freedom. Which kind of fight is he actually talking about?
I don't know. Because what the Biafra is fighting for is the real freedom that which we're supposed to fight, which the law permits us to fight. So I don't know any other or any other kind of freedom that the man is talking about. Maybe he should expatiate on it so that we can have a better understanding. Remember before the court, I told you people I don't want to speak much. I want to hear before I talk. Maybe there is something fishy. And at the end of the day, it came to pass that something was fishing that prompted, urgent call of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appearing in the court. When I said it,
yes.
I didn't forget what I said. I said that I pointed it, and it happened, and it was true that something was fishing, and that which was fishing has finally come openly. It is no longer a hidden thing. You understand? And as it stands now, every other thing, stands. But I know God with us, victory at the end.
The Biafran government in exile with the Russian president and, of course, Republicans in the U.S. have demanded to submit report on the charges petition that was levied against Simon Ekpa with the Finland government, to submit it to the international committee responsible for human rights. How would you see American intervention in Finland?
Hey, who is pushing this? Ngozi Orabese.
Yeah.
Pushing this. Ngozi Orabese. Ngozi Orabese, God will bless you. I want you to hear this from evangelists, the Biafran evangelists. When you are doing good, if you are living a good life and people are not criticizing you, just in the ministry, I do tell people, if you are a minister of God and you are ministering the truth, you must have an opposition. People must speak against you. And if you are a minister of God and people are not against you, that means you are not doing the real thing. So this shows that you are doing the nice work. Keep doing it. Don't forget, close your ear on what people say. Do that thing which is right. Are you getting it? To achieve this dream. After all, you are not the first person, neither are you going to be the last person. In Ghana, Ashanti started it. She did it. So you are not the first person. I want to remind you, for you to know that someone else, a woman has done it. You too should carry it more than that. And come to the question. This shows that all the effort of Nigeria to call Biafra and to keep us under oppression and suppression, the time has come for that operation to end. Because now they are calling the international the people that matters, and they are following the diplomatic system of getting that freedom. You get it now? Now it is a diplomatical system, diplomatical way, so that time will come when other things that is hidden may be unveiled. And when it's unveiled, no country, no nation, even the international people will not blame us. Excuse me. You cannot beat a child and say that tell that child not to cry. And there is a way the child will cry reach. He go seize that cry and make up his mind
On what to do.
on what to do. And that just it. But we have to follow the due process and the due procedures and the due protocols, so that international bodies will not have anything to hold against us. As ndị Igbo tụrụ n'ose atụgbo dike n'ogu efere aka erue.
Okay, there's this latest research institute that was released recently, where it's been believed that the fourth richest tribe in the world is Igbo, and the sixth most traveled people are Igbos. The fourth richest tribe in the world is Igbo. Sixth most traveled is Igbo tribe around the world. And people are saying, how come that Igbo people have become, or gradually becoming, a global force?
Igbos are global force from the standard of the word of God.
Okay.
Back in the days, which people did not understand, people did not know this. Go and read the book of Genesis. That was after the death of Abel. And God now sent Cain away. Adam had a son called Seth. The Igbos are the generation of Seth. So we have been on the axis of traveling and richness, because that blessings of God from the father of who? Called Adam. The man that was made directly from God. The spring of richness, glory of God, flowed from Seth and moved. This is something that people do not understand. These are the things that even the so-called the Israel today, many of them didn't know this. And that is why I stand, I've said it before, I stand to tell you today. I think in the book of Genesis, if I'm not mistaken, Genesis chapter 5 or 4, verse 25. I can't remember the chapter from verse 25. That is where it started. They don't know that the original are the Igbos. They don't really know. They just believe because their own generation started from Abraham. You understand? Why our own started from Adam himself. That is the third son of Adam. Now, the person that did that research did not do it well. Although he did it as a human being, that was his own ability to capture. He didn't do it well, but he tried. It's not an easy thing to do a research to that extent. Even when you talk of rich, from our mother's womb, our land is highly blessed. So anything that comes from Igbo land is highly blessed. Even Okuko is highly blessed. Even goat to cow is highly blessed.
But the taste is also different.
And they go on, listen to me, whenever you are traveling, travel, once you put down head, you enter the east, you will discover that the weather, there is a weather change. You will begin to see a different breeze. For you to know that this is east. You understand? You will see, you will feel it within you that this is another planet. A good one, ordained and blessed, and sanctified and justified by God Almighty. And well placed and praised. You understand? So, and that is why, as I speak to you, Igbos travel because we believe in development and we believe in education. Because traveling is part of education. Because when you travel, you get more exposed. And the exposure is part of what? Education. You understand me? So, during the traveling, we get educated. We have mental development. And that is why even Igbo child that is in the womb believe in development. And that is why whenever he comes out, anywhere he find himself or herself, he develop that place. When you talk of richness, we are highly blessed, we are highly reached. When you talk of rich, if we talk of travel, we travel a lot because we include it in as our part of education. You understand? So with all this analysis, with all this my work, this is to tell to everyone that Igbos are highly blessed. And I will not leave this stone untouched, the stone of free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
For that wonderful question, the anchor of this good platform. First and foremost, I want to say, someone has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojukwu fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Mazi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So Empire is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samonekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Ndigbo and that of the Southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samonekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Samonekpa and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be slaves. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When
ndị be anyị kwadalụ niile na dịka unu si wee na-esore anyị n'iru akwụkwọ na ife anyị na-eme na Eastern News 24 ka efi uriku gbasata maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile ịnụrụ n'oge ugbu a n'iru akwụkwọ, drọpụrụ anyị fiche n'ụdị nke gị ngwa nke emesịa na ụmụnne m.